Hey, 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 it's me, Magical Shantae 888, your favorite yapper and mom of four. I just thought that I would pop on for a quick video. Um, Today, I just wanted to talk about the illusion of perfection and the illusion of quote unquote having it together. Um, I don't think that anybody really has it together. I think that it is a joke, because I feel like every time you think that you're getting it together or every time you got it together, guess what? Something else pops up and you have to redo, reroute, reorganize. You just have to redo shit. And sometimes when you've put so much effort into what you've done, you can lose the motivation and sometimes even the will to continue. Now, it really just depends because sometimes it can, most times, it's worth it. But there are times when it's just simply not worth it, i.e., that relationship or that job or the connection with that friend that just is not what it used to be, or it's built on trauma, or it's built on things that are just not who you are anymore. It can be hard to let those things go, but it's most important to let those things go, because it's how you're going to find yourself again. It's how you're going to regain your peace and even be able to redo. Many of us have traumas, processed and unprocessed, mostly unprocessed. I have my sidekick here, Robin. I'm Batman. This is Robin, baby Salem. Um, we're here just waiting on my daughter. But I just, I keep on revisiting this within myself. Like having it together is a freaking illusion. I'll even use myself for an example. Yes, the face is beat, the body is tea, the soul is fleeky, okay? Fleeky and just, I'm that girl, okay? Period. I'm gonna pop my shit for a minute. Can I? Yeah, I can. But ultimately, I still mess up really daily. I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus. He's the only perfect person that I know, and God, right? And the goddesses and whatever you believe in. But the most high, the divine, is the only person that holds perfection to a T. You might see something in nature that's perfect, right? But we as humans are not. Hey, don't do that. Be nice. We as humans are flawed. And so this is why I do not believe that having it together like is a true thing. To And there's levels to it. I think that that's really what it is. It's like there's levels, because as I mentioned, you have these things together, but then there's always something else that needs to be put back together, or that's falling apart, or whatever. And it just feels like a never ending thing. But I guess that's also part of the journey, because if you had everything together, then there's nothing to learn, there's nothing to build on, there's nothing to process, and then it's just like, what is your point? That would be a boring existence. Because if you really think about it, your obstacles that you faced, that you have actually been able to get through, even if you're facing an obstacle now, being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even though it gets real dark, it gets real dark. It gets real fucking dark. I'm not even gonna hold you. Okay. But when you're able to shift your perspective and shift your mind's eye to be able to see that there is a bigger point to what you're going through, it seems a little less hard and harsh. Again, I am not going to sit here and make it seem like I don't have days. I don't have moments. I don't have times where I don't have my shit together. In fact, I have a lot of things that I still need to get together within myself, within my finances, within my health, within just everything. But it makes it worth the while. I have something to work on, right? I should never be bored. Therefore I don't have time to be entertaining people with BS. I have too many things to do, literally. So when I say I'm busy, I'm not joking. Some of it does be because I don't be feeling like being bothered, but most of the time I'm telling the truth. But it can really, I'm sorry, it can really be, look at this little guy. It can really be hard to, focus after you have felt like life is just continuously throwing you curveballs, and it feels like, man, time after time, like, I'm still trying to show up, I'm trying to be positive, I'm trying, like, trust me. I had, like, I've already shared, I posted a video about me, my phone not working, and how I lost my content in there, but I have a brand new phone now. I have more space. I have um different tools that I can use. So it's all about how you shift your perspective, how you choose to see it. Also, this week has just been very, very challenging emotionally. My emotions have been everywhere because, as like, it's the time of the month for me. So, no, baby. So everything is just making me overly emotional, also angry and just sad and just all of the freaking emotions. I was watching a TikTok earlier about, um I think it had to do with, like, the friend who basically just doesn't want to ask for much. They're very self-sufficient. So they're going through things and they're suffering in silence, you know? And I feel like I have kind of turned into that friend. I feel like I don't know if I've always been that friend, but I feel like on my journey right now, I don't have this huge circle of people that I can call whenever I'm going through something or whatever. It's really just me. I have my mom, I have two good friends, really three, but like everybody has their own life. So I don't like to impede. The point is just that I was watching it and it was funny until she mentioned something about her grandma dying, and I'm gonna get emotional just thinking about it because I ended up having to turn it off because I was triggered. Like, that's the kind of week that I've been having. It's been up and down. And like, it's really, it can be really difficult, but I'm grateful that I have emotions and that I don't have to stuff, and that I am allowed to feel my feelings, and that I don't have someone judging me and gaslighting me and telling me that how I feel is not really how I feel, or how I feel is not that bad, when it's just like, you've not experienced what I've experienced, and if you have, you've processed it differently because your brain works differently. I'm not going to argue with somebody who does not think the same way that I think. It's a losing game for both of us because neither of us are going to understand each other's points. You know what I mean? So I just, this week has really been a freaking challenge for me. No, babe. No. And here we go with this baby playing with the lock. Thank you. Thank you. Sit down, silly boy. Um, it's just really been a challenging week. And I'm sure there are people who have gone through worse. There are people that have way worse things to deal with. And I'm grateful that the issues that I have are the issues that I have, because even though they seem great in number to me, I, number one, will not minimize them because I have to validate myself. Okay. But I also understand that there are people in the world that have greater issues. There are literally bigger and crazier things going on in the world instead of my first world problem of my phone not working. which I replaced. You know what I mean? So I understand that, but it was a challenge for me. It really was. Like I really felt sad because I have pictures and stuff in there, and I like I said, I forgot. I don't even know the password or the none of that because that was my new phone. I had just gotten that phone last year, so I didn't remember anything. I didn't write anything down. So another valuable lesson that I've learned is write down your goddamn passwords for all of your stuff. I have two phones, technically three now because that other phone, if it ever decides to come on, that's another phone. That would probably work perfectly fine. I feel like something got in it and it got wet and it just fried the battery or something, which is so disappointing. So maybe one day I'll get it fixed if it's possible to get it fixed, but I don't know. Yes. Yes. He wants to say something. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Yeah. What how was your week? How was your week? Now he's just looking at me. But yeah, overall I would rate this week ghetto. Ghetto. But I'm here. I'm alive. I'm still cute. My hair is cute. If you're interested in this hair, this is a human hair synthetic blend. Her name is Tupi. She is my favorite. Like literally, this is the wig that I wear that I've worn since like November. She is my absolute favorite. I know everybody rant and raves about sensational sensational Letitia, which that's my girl too. I got about three of her. Um, I also love Julianne by Outre or Outre. Listen, I am a Yaki straight girl. I love the Yaki straight texture because it mimics my hair, like when my hair is relaxed. And this hair is pretty it even though right now you can't really tell, but it does have like the Yaki texture. It's not super silky. I don't prefer those because they don't look as natural. But this is my girl. This is my girl. Um, and this is not sponsored. One day it will be though. Um, but yeah, that has been my week. The month is coming to a close, and I'm still working towards my goals. Still putting my intention in the things that I said that I was going to do. Still working towards them and making headway every day, getting closer and closer to the things that I said that I was going to do. Um, and that's it. Like, all in all, I just trying to keep it together is an illusion to me. And I'm going to stand on that unless somebody proves to me otherwise. Because there are people who are freaking billionaires whose life is shit. Like, they have all kinds of weird stuff going on. Like, yeah, they have money for days, for years, for months, forever, for infinity, but they can't trust nobody, or there's just family drama and just crazy stuff that you couldn't pay me to deal with, honey. You can't. It ain't enough money in the goddamn world for me to deal with certain things. But I have the life that I have, and like I said, I am constantly and consistently working on it. Um, and I do that by not having so many freaking regrets because there are so many times when I have allowed people to talk me out of the things that I actually wanted to do. No, no, baby. To talk me out of the things that I actually wanted to do to psych me out. No, baby. No, baby. To psych me out of the things that I wanted to do, all because they really just didn't want me to be better than them or great or whatever. And yeah, yeah. And I allowed their doubt to sink into me, and it bit me like this venomous snake. And next thing I knew, I was settling. And again, those situations taught me, first of all, don't let nobody talk you out of the things that you already set your mind to do, you know. And this is also another reason why I find myself enjoying solitude, because when I don't have a bunch of people around me, or I don't have really anybody around me, I don't have anybody to compare my journey to. And that way I don't feel like, oh, I'm behind, or I'm not doing enough of this, or I should be doing this, or I wish I had this. No, I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'm not behind. I'm not ahead. All I can do is compare myself to where I was last year. And I feel like I am further this year than I was last year, when it comes to mentally, when it comes to my health, when it comes to emotionally, when it comes to everything and how I deal with people, situations, places, everything. Everything. So I'm absolutely doing the work. It doesn't matter what it looks like to anybody else. I couldn't care less, because it's not my business what somebody else thinks about me. If they're not paying my bills, even if they are, so I don't care, because I'm minding my business, and that's all I'm ever going to do. And I love it here. I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving. So, and I say that often, and you may hear me say that, but it's me affirming that. I'm not changing that about me, because that's who I am. That's who I've always been, honestly. But hey, where are you going? But it's just me now realizing that's who it is that I was supposed to be this whole time. I was dumbing myself down to be around people, or to be in relationships with people. For what? For what? To only end up not happy and not even having the things that I thought that I wanted. Heavy on the what I thought I wanted, you know? So I'm just learning, I'm growing, I'm vibing, I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do. Look at this little guy back here. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. um so yeah, I hope that you are working on the things that you said that you were going to work on. I hope that you are vibing and thriving and showing up to be the best version of yourself, because you owe it to yourself to be the best version of yourself, right? Right. But yeah, that is it. That is my yip yap session for the day. Unless I pop on with something else. If you see me in the same outfit, mind your business, okay? Make sure that you like, make sure that you like, make sure that you share, make sure that you comment. And if you have not subscribed, please do so, okay? Check you in the next one. Peace.